Dreaming. It is the foolish dreams of man that have inspired the greatest triumphs in history. Raw courage, to imagine the impossible, to tempt fate, to silence the naysayers. Dreaming is a wonderfully courageous act of tempting the unknown, of charting a course none have ever taken, of putting all of your belief, all of your effort, and sometimes your life on the line. When this crew put to sea, they had no idea of what wonders they would discover, what challenges they would have to overcome, and the price their families would have to pay. Chasing a dream always comes with a price, and this crew was willing to go for broke. From the locks of Ballard, Washington, this great journey to circle the planet began. On jet ski personal watercraft, the crew would head north through the Canadian Inside Passage, down the Alaskan Peninsula, and into the Bering Sea.
I'm not even worried about this. This is what I'm worried about, going north.
That is a long ways.
The Bering took a toll on the crew and their machines.
The problem with something like this is not that we can't fix it. It's time. Time's not really on our side right now. False Pass is notorious for sinking vessels. It's shallow. It gets a big surge through there.
Going through False Pass in a jet ski, that's for sure never been done. No one would be crazy enough to try and do that.
A big ship like this going down, we're on a fiberglass little hull, skating through the same area a boat like this is going through. Yeah, the water we're going through is dangerous. Holy balls, look at this, dude.
Big bear, big bear. I'm going back to get my freaking gun.
Camping in the land of the mighty brown bear, someone always had to stay up on bear watch.
What? British Columbian pirates?
We run around some AK strapped on the front of us.
After crossing the treacherous Bering Strait, the expedition hit its first major roadblock: Russian military forces.
Oh, shit, dude. Oh, shit.
We pulled up on the beach, and those guys are waving us in. I seen, about 8 guys bail off this tank, and, they weren't messing around. There was no smiles and handshakes waiting for us. They were serious.
The men were detained. News agencies from around the world broadcast the conflict.
Detained and not allowed to leave, a Folsom man is being held in Russia, a scary situation for anyone.
And after 6 days in Russian custody, the crew were instructed to return to Alaska, escorted to the border by Russian military helicopters.
Now we're going to go north, all the way up to Barrow, Prudhoe Bay, into the Beaufort Sea, through the Northwest Passage, and we're going to end up in Resolute this year, which is deep Arctic. Just because the Russians kicked us out doesn't mean that we stop. We're Americans. We always keep going.
The expedition had no choice but to reroute and head north into the Arctic. The team had never planned traveling this far north, and the journey above the Arctic Circle would prove to be wonderfully dangerous. At times, the crew had to pick their way through wandering ice floes that closed in around them. But with persistence, the team would find their way through the icy maze and keep heading north.
What's the big concern we all have this year in wildlife?
Well, bears.
Polar bears. Look at these.
The crew had entered the land of the white bear.
Dave, these are tracks that were laid down between the last high tide. You come here and you see all these polar bear tracks. Maybe get some food, but I don't want to sleep here.
Locals warned the team to be on the lookout for hungry polar bear and be sure to always carry a firearm. And beneath the glow of the northern lights, they would take stock in what they had accomplished thus far. But as the crew continued north, freezing cold temperatures would soon turn to snow.
Today is definitely one of those days that I'm questioning my sanity. Snow, ice, freezing all up.
As the temperatures continued to drop, the ocean began to freeze, blocking their paths. Locked in the ice and with conditions deteriorating, the crew made the hardest call of their lives.
We've all, as a team, kind of sat on this, and we've been talking to the Coast Guard ICE in Ottawa, and we've made the decision to have you guys pull us out.
With the Coast Guard rescue operation well underway, Stephen has the closest brush with death any of the men have ever faced, rolling his watercraft over in a huge sea against an advancing ice pack. This day, none of the men will ever forget, and they will forever be in debt to the brave men and women of the Canadian Coast Guard. Determined not to give up, the crew moved on to the country of Iceland, a volcanic rock in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, bursting with natural beauty. A landscape still dominated by raw nature, active volcanoes, massive glaciers, and beautiful waterfalls carving their way across the land, all beneath the brilliant lights of heaven. The crew found new friends and new adventures as they reached the Faroe Islands. Pressing on, the team soon found itself running strong along the European continent.
We're in Denmark, which for some reason I felt would feel or seem different.
What once started off as a dream was now clearly coming into focus. The crew arrived in the historic city of Amsterdam.
Well, dude, I gotta tell you, this is a surreal moment for Dangerous Waters. We're in the canals of Amsterdam.
Cutting Europe in half, the crew entered the Rhine River system. Authorities had caught wind of this band of misfits, and before long, the men were getting questioned by the police. No one could believe these men originated this journey thousands of miles ago in the United States. And with smiles, thanks, and gratitude, the crew kept moving forward, soon entering the Adriatic Sea. The expedition moved south along the shores of Slovenia and then into Croatia. Over and over again, the men were stopped, questioned by officials, then allowed to continue. The magnitude of this expedition was hard for governments to imagine. To most, the idea of circling the planet with jet ski seems suspicious at best.
Really don't know what's going to happen. We've heard some information that about the Albanians that they're kind of sketchy people. Shortly we'll find out our fate.
Warned not to enter the country of Albania, the men had no idea of what challenges may unfold. But once the government officials were over their initial shock, they helped the expedition in every way they could, wishing the men safe travels as they departed.
All good? Bye-bye?
All right.
All right.
They gave me a piece of paperwork giving us permission to go through Albania and then into Greece. That's, I think, what just happened. We're just gonna roll. Let's roll.
After overcoming huge obstacles, the men finally arrived in the ancient city of Athens, Greece, to arrive at the birthplace of democracy on nothing more than a jet ski. What a blessing. What a miracle.
We're in Athens, Greece, looking at the old ruins of just ancient civilization. It's super cool.
With no time to spare, the crew continued cautiously, jumping from one Greek island to the next, finally taking a break on a small island just off the coast of Turkey. After consulting with the U.S. Embassy about military actions taking place in the area and speaking with other mariners about travel along Yemen, Oman, and Pakistan, it was decided, for safety's sake, to head for northern India. Hoping for a warm reception, the crew was met in India with extreme prejudice. The government of India would not allow the men to claim their jet ski and threw every roadblock they could at them.
They are telling us one thing and they are doing another. And I don't care what country it is, that is wrong.
Frustrated, Stephen flew to the capital of New Delhi, and after paying some backdoor payments, the team was able to take possession of their machines.
But good news, they gave us the letter that we were looking for to clear the jet skis in Mumbai port. So now it's off to immigration, and I'm hoping for good news there too. And then we'll continue on going around the world.
And the reception the crew received on the beach was nothing less than overwhelming. The people of India proved hugely excited about the expedition and labored to support the crew in every possible way.
We've arrived here in Danu, India, and we've just had like the best welcome. I mean, the last 30 days of captivity in Mumbai, and then we arrive here in Danu, and the whole town comes out to welcome us, helps us get our jet ski down here to the beach. And I can't even see the jet ski. There's so many people climbing all over them. So our cowies are buried right now. So this is awesome. This is awesome.
With renewed energy, the expedition departed the northern shores of India and headed south. Just a few days later, the crew was met by officials of the National Police and given an ultimatum.
Stephen went straight to the cops, and now they want to look at all our paperwork.
Leave India within 72 hours, or you will be arrested.
Right now, we are being officially kicked out of India.
With no choice, the men regrouped on the small island country of Singapore.
This has been a long time coming.
Quickly heading north up the Malay Peninsula and into the heart of Malaysia. The team had no idea of how they would be received in a country that is predominantly Muslim. Each day, the crew saddled up and kept their eye on the mission, and the South China Sea never let up. The tail end of the monsoon season still cast its windy shadow over the sea, and the crew paid for every mile they traveled. But travel on they did. Now, in Thailand, the crew found itself entering a remote village in desperate need of fuel. And contrary to what they had been told, the villagers greeted the men with open arms, both feeding and fueling the team before they set off once more.
We're taking our jet skis to places that have never seen a jet ski. And so these people come down and they're just in awe of the watercraft, of who we are and what we're doing. And I love sharing the joy of the jet ski.
This crew had proved resilient. They have made friends all over the world. They have found the good in every nation. They have inspired men and women, the old and the young. They have broken cultural barriers, religious barriers, and found common ground even when they didn't speak the same language. No matter what obstacles are thrown at them, they find a way. This team has covered thousands of miles and met thousands of people along the way. Now they return to the Pacific Ocean and turn their jet ski north. Yes, more countries and more challenges may lie ahead, but one thing is for sure. It's time to head for home.